Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think I need another earphone because I'm hearing this tapping noise in my ear. Are you hearing that?
No.
Okay. We're not recording on. Oh,
We definitely are.
hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, boo.
How are you?
I am good. Just got finished doing some schoolwork.
Yes.
How about you?
I'm good. Yeah. I didn't do much today. I didn't go into work.
Oh, why not?
I think you know why. We had a marathon drinking
Oh,
session all
yeah.
3 days in a row.
Well, no, you did.
I had 3 days in a row.
I only
And
had 2.
yeah, somebody told me that I could, some reason, drink like I was in college again. And yeah, when Monday came around, I was like, nah. I literally took my daughter to school, took my son to my parents' house, and I came home to a quiet home.
Excuse me. I'm all breaking and shit. My bad. We just started too.
But that's about it. That's all I got into.
I was really productive at work today. I got a lot of shit done. I felt like a worker. Like,
Oh, check you out.
I think it's because I had on a little pantsuit thing. Like,
Oh,
I like fancy.
Jesus.
No, because at my job you could wear. I mean, I feel like you could wear anything. Honestly, I saw a bitch in shorts this summer, so.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I just felt like she could wear shorts. Another
could
dude,
never.
he'd be wearing flip flops, the little thong Jesus sandals with his ugly toes out.
Child,
So I think
don't be caring.
I had on my pantsuit, so.
You was feeling real bossy,
You know,
boss-ish.
I miss dressing up for work.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
That's because you haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, and I don't want to go back to it.
Yeah.
I'm straight on that.
What did you do this weekend besides drink?
My little boo thing, my godson, my best friend's son turned 2, so we had a birthday, or we didn't have the birthday party, but we attended the birthday party. And that was super cute. I hung out with you, babe, and we drank our lives away.
I think we could have did better, actually.
We definitely could have done better.
I think so.
For sure. I think we need a redo.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm just saying.
Oh, you just like being a quitter. All right, that's cool. That's all right. We can go with that.
I mean, sure. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I mean, I don't care if you call me a quitter.
You ain't bringing back the little kitty addict, though.
I am. I am. Because, I mean, I know we've drank a lot more than that before.
Yeah, for sure.
Although,
like
on Friday,
that one night that I went to bed. Oh, ma'am. Unreal.
Yeah. And it was tequila. And I don't, tequila and me and shots.
But Saturday wasn't no better because you actually were the shot bully on Saturday.
We only took 2 shots on Saturday.
No.
Yeah.
It felt like 4.
It was only 2. We had much more on Friday.
Yeah.
Because somebody else was the bully, not me.
Okay, well, look.
You know how y'all Leos do.
Yeah. Our boo was in town. And, yeah. She was definitely the bad influence.
Yes.
It wasn't me this time. So if you're listening, just know it was you.
And it should have been you, because I was actually with the shits. You see, when I'm with the shits, you don't be with the shits. And when you be with the shits, I
was with the shits, but I got bored. Like, when I'm drunk, you got to keep my attention. I cannot be drinking as much as we drank, and then you leave baby in the corner by herself, unentertained, because that's when I go to sleep. I'm like, oh, drunk and nothing to do? Night, nigga.
Speaking of babies, I saw my cousin's baby this weekend. And he's so cute. He's so cute. I just can't wait for him to get a little older, though, so I can make him bad. Because my cousin, she, when when I used to ask her to watch Mars for me for 2 seconds, she'd be like, "You said 2 seconds, bitch."
I'm counting.
Yes, 120. Like, no, for real. Like,
clock starts now.
She was very, very like, I don't want to watch no kids. I'm not doing no babysitting. She'd be like, you got one babysitting pass a year, and it's only for 30 minutes. And I would just be like, but bitch, I can't even go to the grocery store in 30 minutes. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
So now that she has a son, I'm just like, oh my goodness, you're gonna have to change these diapers for a couple years, and then by the time you stop changing the diapers, he's still gonna be bad. And I can't wait. As soon as he can crawl a little bit, he's gonna be bad.
That is messed up. I'm gonna keep you away from my son, cause he already bad enough.
No, he's not. He's adorable.
Oh, okay.
I love him.
Oh, okay. Anyway, hey listeners, how y'all doing? How was y'all week?
It was okay.
It was straight.
We love him too.
No. Don't. No. He's
right.
a Sour Patch Kid.
He is. But he's so cute.
Cute and bad. Sour Patch. First they're sour, then they sweet. They was talking about him. So look, we are back this week with episode 11.
Yes.
We got any numerology meanings for 11, or it's just like 1 and 1? So it's like an intensified 1? No, because
actually
10
it is
intensified 1. Oh, what is it? What is it?
11. Hold on. Actually, any number that's like I'm gonna sound dumb, y'all. Don't. But what's it called when it's like 11, 22, 33? Like, you know, when it's the same number. I know somebody's gonna be like, these dumb bitches.
Y'all dumb as hell.
But no, 11. Honestly, it is like it's an important
significant number.
Yeah, it's a master number and represents inspiration, illumination, and spiritual enlightenment. And that is actually amazing because
of what we're talking about, right?
God. Last week we talked about hair, and I think we talked mostly about our own personal experiences.
Right.
But we wanted to have a part 2 so we could delve a little deeper into the hair shenanigans.
Definitely, because it's way more than our opinions when it comes to black hair and the experience and just everything dealing with black people and our hair. So welcome to Hair Tingz Part 2. You like my accent? Dos.
I just want to say that the terminology I was looking for was double-digit numbers, and I think that's because I've been drinking. So
wait a minute, you was thinking double digit? I thought it was like some fancy number. It's like when it's a 2 and a 2, a 3 and a 3.
No,
like you literally was just
11, 22, 33, 44, 55.
But no, that's not considered a double digit because a double digit could be 14. It's 2 digits.
Oh yeah. Damn.
So you good?
I'm asleep. Back to hair.
Back to what we know.
Yeah.
So I guess when we were kind of wrapping up episode 1, we were kind of touching on, like, you had some articles and stuff that you was reading that kind of went more into like history and like hair in the media, talking about appropriation, cultural appropriation, all that. I wouldn't say good stuff, but all that stuff that how just black hair in general is always set trends that kind of been,
set trends, but then at the same time, like demonized, I guess. So let's have a little quick history lesson.
Oh, go ahead.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Black History Month.
She developed a line of hair care products for African Americans in the very, very early 1900s. She actually revolutionized the press and curl that my daughter
getting our hair laid.
She actually was the first female American, not black, just not white, not just the first female general, American self-made millionaire.
Get into that tea.
So, for a while we've been trying to find a way to manage our hair, I guess, or I guess that's what I was thinking.
Look, I was like,
I'm trying to keep it politically correct.
Oh, so you're the politically correct one this week. We switching roles.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. They know our personalities by now, Shay. They know.
Which is crazy because I mean you're not that politically correct.
I'm not. Even a friend said it, but it's like I can tell you're holding back.
I mean, it's cute.
It's cute.
The hot comb, it was actually created in France in the 1800s, but like I said, Madam C.J. Walker is the one that got us hip to that present curl. Okay,
Shizzle.
so I was going to start with appropriation, but I don't know if it's too soon to go.
So look, let me jump in real quick because I actually wanted to drop a little bit for our, because I know you hate this, our non-Black listeners.
Here we go.
I'm just trying to keep people up to speed so they not listening like, dog, I don't know none of these Black history facts. We did not celebrate Black History Month at our school. So therefore, I just want to, let you kind of know a little timeline and stuff. She did mention Madam C.J. Walker and how lit she was. First self-made female millionaire, lit. But even before then, kind of just dealing with African Americans or Black. We wasn't African Americans at that point, but how about Africa? Let's go all the way back to Africa. Back when we was in our tribes chilling in Africa, early African civilizations, our hairstyles actually would indicate our family background, like what tribe we belong to, and our social status. And they kind of looked at it since, like, on your body, your hair being the closest location to the sky, that was actually a conduit for spiritual interaction with God. So we was serious, honey. We were serious about our hair from the beginning in the motherland. You dig? But during the slave trade, when we got brought over here against our will, we brought a lot of our cultures and stuff like that, even our combs, which was specially designed with that wide tooth, because honey, we're not using the fine tooth comb to get through our bush. So that was also taken with them when they left Africa. And when slavery was abolished, and Black people were, let's air quotes, free, they kind of felt the pressure to fit into society. And so therefore, as a result, they adjusted their hair by trying to smooth it out and changing their hair texture to kind of fit in with this society that they're now trying to blend into. So then that kind of brings us to how it became such a big industry and a big thing where Black hair started to blow up, like the whole hair industry. And that's when, Madam C.J. Walker came in and was like, let me show you how to do this, son. Like, I'm about to be in here. And yeah, that's how it is. So I just wanted to give you a little backstory to catch you up to Madam C.J. Walker, for those of you guys who didn't really pay attention in school in February. Okay.
Because that's the only month we have.
That's it, man.
I would like for you to put some of that information on a nice little Chatty Patty border so we can post it on our Instagram page, because a lot of times when hairstyles and what's considered appropriation and things of that nature come about, people say, well, a hairstyle is not appropriation. That's not a cultural thing. And I'm calling bullshit.
For shizzle.
There's very little things that we were able to take with us, and to
our cultures
our
and our customs was that.
And our hair is actually one of them. It's like a big part. So to I get it. Anybody can wear their hair whatever way they want to, but if somebody calls you on your bullshit, please don't tell me that we can't claim a hairstyle. We can't say a hairstyle is a cultural thing when it fucking is.
But I feel like with us, like as Blacks, like it's different because we've had, and like I was saying about in Africa, how our hairstyles actually had meanings. There were certain things to our hairstyles and how we wore our hair that was deeply ingrained in our culture and our rituals back in Africa. So to say like, nah, we can wear our hair like that, that's just like saying, all right, well, we about to wear this Native American war headdress and as a headband, and why can't it be a headband? Like, no, my G, like it's a part of tradition, cultures, and rituals, and like y'all not about to be using it like a gold chain. Like, please.
Not even just that, but there are articles about how cornrows were used as an escape map for slaves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Put me on to. I didn't know that. That's lit.
So I just need everybody to do their Googles before they come for me, because it'd be me that's on the internet arguing with people. Y'all gotta get the facts. Get the facts. Y'all gotta have them, because I got
these
them.
trolls don't even care about damn facts on the internet. You know how I be on social media. They get one little sentence and then they go and try to reel you in and don't have nothing to back it up what they're saying.
So Rachel Dolezal.
I never knew how to pronounce her last name, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Well, she changed her name to something African now.
Oh,
And she's
shit.
from Iowa or something. Matter of fact, I'm about to
Actually, I watched a documentary or something.
I didn't.
I feel like it was on Netflix. It was like,
was.
I forgot what the name of it was. Like, it was a while ago, though. It was this year, I believe. But, yeah, I don't remember. It's not sticking in my memory.
I don't want to say the name wrong, so I'm going to just spell it. She has, when you Google her, it says also known as Nkechi Amari Diallo.
Okay.
That's what she changed her name to.
Be blessed, beloved, because I don't know how to pronounce that.
I'm going to start with her.
Oh, go ahead, Ben.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, wait. Let me bring it back.
You need a sip? Oh.
She put on a wig. She put some weave in her hair and got a tan, and then just decided she was black.
Yeah.
But, like, how'd that work?
I'm so confused. Like, when that whole situation was going on, like, I literally had to look up and do some research, because I was like, so is her daddy black? But then come to find out, like, that dude wasn't even her real father. Like, she has 2 whole-ass white parents.
I mean, from Iowa. I don't know if it's Iowa. I know it's one of the flyover states. The point that I'm making, because I don't want to like get into that whole like her story. Right. I'm just saying
her actions.
Like, one of the key things that she did to change her appearance so that she could look more quote unquote black is to change her hair.
Right.
So when again, I go back to that point when people are saying that you can't claim a hairstyle or blah, blah, but you have this whole ass white woman that literally just got like some faux. Yeah, I'm a nigga, and everybody bought it. Like, that's crazy.
For sure.
So your girl, Kim Kardashian, and the rest of them,
and the rest of them joints.
Yeah, they have been called out on several occasions for getting cornrows. And what did Kim Kardashian call them? Oh, was it her? Or was it Kylie Jenner? Remember when one of them got cornrows and they didn't call them cornrows? They called them
I missed that. What they call them?
Oh, girl, you got me doing my Googles. I didn't have all this pulled up and ready.
What they call them? Fancy braids or in and out twist, interlocking hair? Like, what else could you call it? Like, I don't know what else it could possibly be. But I just thought it was funny that she did come out with that hairstyle. Braids. It was called what now?
Fulani.
Fugazi braids? What Fulani? What are we what are we talking about? What is that? What does that word even mean? Fulani?
I have to find exactly what she called them. And it may not have even been her. I think
it might be somebody else talking about them.
She wore cornrows, and then other people started calling them like something else, something that like we call them cornrows, and they've been cornrows forever,
right?
But all of a sudden, when her and Kendall and Kylie wore them, all of a sudden they weren't cornrows.
Honey, I saw a clip from a news anchor that was talking about fashion and style, and literally said this new style being rocked, and like was putting up pictures of bitches in cornrows. I said, new style. Like, what about it is new? Because my cousin been wearing them styles forever. So I'm just trying to, I'm confused because, like, I don't get it. And I'm not even going to say mainstream because, honey, Brandy and Beyonce was rocking daggone braids in the beginning of their damn career. So I'm just trying to figure out when it became new.
Brandy was wearing cornrows for all of the 90s and early 2000s. She literally She just let her scalp breathe. She just let it breathe. No, actually, because she got a weave now, so no. So, although a lot of people like to jump on the Kardashian hate wagon, and I'm not a extreme fan of them myself.
I actually like them.
I know. But there was a lady named Bo Derek. She was popular actress in the 70s. She was in a movie called 10. Never heard of it until I was looking this up. But she actually appeared somewhere. She has cornrows with like beads at the end, and there's a picture of her like it looks. She's in a bathing suit. She's coming out of the water, and so after that, a lot of other Caucasian women, of course, decided to copy the style. The issue with that is like that style, for instance, got praised while like 10 years before then, Cicely Tyson actually was on Jet magazine, which is Black owned. She had cornrows on her cover, and everyone made it seem like that was such a bold statement. Like
why is it bold for her, but it's so innovative when someone else of non-Black descent does it?
And that's kind of been, I think, the issue with, moving now into the Kardashians. When like Khloe Kardashian posted a picture of herself, she had Bantu knots and she called it Bantu Babe, and everybody's just like loving it because, of course, it's Khloe Kardashian. But then,
child, Khloe is Black. Like, God, like, her father's Black. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know if OJ.
I know. I'm sorry. All right, I'm thinking out loud. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We don't know.
No, you sound so concerned. We don't know.
I mean, he's still out here. They could always get a DNA.
They're not gonna do that. If they do, they're gonna keep it under wraps, babe.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, it's just
it's interesting how it's just we do it and it's like okay, wow. But when they do it, and by they I mean any non-Black, it's like so amazing. Like, oh wow, this is revolutionary. Like, this is amazing. Like, how did you come up with this? It's like, bruh. Like I feel that we shouldn't be like, okay, nobody better not ever wear no braids. Like, only Black people can wear cornrows, and like I'm running up on any non-Black person that got them. Like, obviously that's not how I feel. But I just feel like you can't just claim something and be like, oh, we started this or we making it lit when this has been going on for hundreds of years. Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah.
I found out what they were called. The cornrows were being branded for Kylie. They were being branded as birthday braids, and for Kim Kardashian, they were being branded KKW signature braids or boxer braids. That was the one that I heard, boxer braids. Because I remember thinking, what the fuck are boxer braids?
How in the hell could they be KKW branded? Like, you did not create these fucking hairstyles. Like, I don't. Yeah.
So Amanda Steinberg, is that her last name? Steinberg? You know, the Hate You Give, the girl that said,
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she had made a comment about the Kardashians, I guess, as a whole, when Kylie was wearing her cornrows and everybody was branding it as the new it style. And her issue was, she says, when you appropriate Black features and culture but fail to use your position of power to help Black Americans by directing attention towards your wigs instead of police brutality or racism. I feel like, those two can be exclusive things. They don't have to all be the same.
Right.
I do have an issue, though. Like I said before, I see women wear their hair in cornrows, and if that is trendy and new, but then, like, even last week you asked me, like, do I feel uncomfortable or a certain way, because my hair is locked in a professional setting. But I see other people who lock their hair up, of different races, and it just makes them look like they're free. Or for instance, there was a woman today, she had like hot pink hair. She's coming out of work.
Oh.
And, with us, we could never.
Not ever. We would get called in like, is everything okay? Like, yeah.
It was really frustrating for me in California because a lot of the kids their parents would let them like do the spray paint with like the green and the blue and stuff like that. And so Mara wanted to get color in her hair, and I was just like, well, I'm not spraying that stuff in your hair. I don't know what that is. That's some crap you get out of CVS or something.
Probably damage your daggone hair, dry it out, all type of stuff.
But I ended up letting her get like individuals, and so I let them put like pink in it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And remember, that's when I was on Facebook and I was starting people, kids and their mamas, because I think it was Jacob who called my daughter Shaniqua.
Yes, I remember that whole thing. Like I wanted to giddy up and get on a plane, honey.
But it's crazy because all of them have worn color in their hair, but as soon as my daughter, who honestly just wanted to fit in, everybody else around her had color in their hair.
So she wanted to do what was popping at the time.
She wanted to do it. I let her, but she gets it's a negative connotation. That's what's frustrating. Like, it's okay for y'all to put fucking hot pink dye in your hair. Y'all can go to work and get professional ass jobs. These people at my job got tattoos up and down their arms. I know when I was growing up, my father always told me I can get tattoos. I just gotta make sure they're in places no one can see.
Yeah, exactly. They can be hidden. Like, they don't want it on your face, your neck, like that sort of thing. Like, you want to be able to wear your work clothes and it not be seen. But these days, honey, everywhere.
So, I mean, yeah. So moving back into the hair piece, I know I used to argue with a lot of random people on the internet about things like this. And when I would try to argue why, certain hairstyles are a cultural representation of us.
Right.
The response would always be, well, if white women can wear cornrows, which is not ever what I said, but if white women can wear cornrows, Black women need to stop wearing blonde weaves. I just want y'all to know that blonde hair grows naturally out of some black people.
Yeah, for sure, out of their scalp.
It's not a color. The color of your hair is not a cultural thing. No. Blonde hair is not exclusive to
non-black people, right?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's the ignorance like that. It just
irks your soul.
It really fucking does. Like,
and it's just coming from a place of ignorance.
But I mean, it's just a quick Google search.
People will spend all day. They will spend hours arguing with you about stuff that they know nothing about, instead of taking 5 minutes to actually look up the facts and see if what the fuck you're saying is even valid. Like, I've noticed that, like, that is the time that we live in on social media, that people are just like spewing out information that ain't even really real. Like, yeah. That's why I refuse to argue with people online, because, yeah. What did Jay-Z say? When you arguing with a fool from far away, niggas can't tell who's from who. Like, you both looking stupid. Like, I'm not gonna argue with somebody that's obviously ignorant to Black culture, dealing with hair and what it means and signifies, and they're just like, well, you need to stop wearing blonde wigs. Bitch, please. Yeah.
So at one point, not even at one point, because it's still true now, but it's a fact that finding jobs for Black women with natural hair becomes more difficult, because those hairstyles don't necessarily conform to corporate grooming policies.
Right.
And I know we briefly talked about how the U.S. Supreme Court has basically said that, jobs can basically deny you a job based on your appearance. That includes your dreadlocks.
That's wild as hell to me.
The military literally just started allowing braids and locks, because they actually didn't allow it. And it just, I would say, in the last couple of years got overturned.
But since when did the military not allow braids? I knew locks, but I always thought, because I've seen several with like the braids, like cornrows going back, it just can't touch your collar. So like, if you got long as braids, that's not going to rock. But like, if you got like the little braids going back and it's like in a bun or something like that. Like I've seen a lot of military women rock that style, unless they was just like on some fuck it. But like I've seen them in several different branches. So
I think that they actually no, it is just dreadlocks. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was because
like cornrows too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, especially with men, because I know like with my brothers.
Oh, they might shut it down for men then. It might be like a no cornrows for men, because I know they'll get you to cut that hair real quick as far as males. So maybe it was just the males that couldn't do the cornrows and the locks.
Even still, like the Army, for instance, they have specifications about the locks. They will be of uniform dimension, have a diameter no greater than ½ inch.
Oh, wait. So you can have the locks, but they have to be a certain size and they all have to be uniform. Like, so it can't be like the natural locks where you just like, I'm not getting a retwisted type thing. It's like they have to be. What?
And not even just that, but under like in the past, it wasn't just locks, but there actually, I don't know how strictly it was enforced, but there was actually a passage that said that that prohibited twists. It specifically said twisting two distinct strands of hair around another to create a twisted rope-like appearance is prohibited.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna say that maybe the military gets a pass depending on what your MOS is, like what your job is, because say you're in a battlefield and you out here with dreads, like, or you got long braids, like it might not be in your best interest to have long hair, because if you're in battle, or maybe like if you're out in the field, like hygiene wise, like sometimes they out in the field for weeks at a time. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say maybe in the military, depending on what you do, maybe they can kind of be restrictive of your hair, and like if you got to be in uniform, like that sort of thing, whatever. But my problem is corporate America, where all my ass is doing is sitting at a damn desk. Like, what is the issue with telling somebody that they cannot get a freaking corporate job because your natural hair is this way? What does that have to do with my brain? What does that have to do with my skill set? Absolutely nothing. That's what kind of annoys me.
I mean, but some civilians have more. I mean, depending on what you do in the military, some civilians have more dangerous jobs than them.
That's
so
true.
To say that and even if you're saying your hair has to be a certain length, I mean, I could see that for a lot of jobs. Like if you're working on, like where I work, where people are fixing ships and things, I could see your hair having to be like tied up a certain way
for safety reasons.
Yeah, or cut at a certain length. But to say that basically that it doesn't fit grooming policies, like what is the grooming policy? And when that goes back to America's beauty standard.
It's coming from when I was talking about the whole timeline, when slaves, quote unquote, became free, like the pressure of having to conform to what I'm just saying, what white people was putting out there as what's beautiful. Like, have your hair smooth, have it not coarse, and this quote unquote good hair versus bad hair, where the perception was, good hair is a smooth, silky, straight, but like not bad hair where it's curly, kinky, and coarse. Like, I remember being in elementary school, and it's so like taboo to talk about good hair versus bad hair now, because there is no bad hair. It's just whatever the hell your natural state is. But like even as kids, like, oh, you got good hair. Oh, okay, you mix. Like, oh, you got good hair. Oh, or a girl that like didn't have smooth hair. Dog, she don't got good hair. Like, it's something that was ingrained in us of what the hell is good and what is bad. Like, as an adult, like, it's hella ignorant. Good versus bad hair. Like, I don't know. I'm ranting, but
no. But I mean, I know. Like even last week when you were talking about your hair, in my mind, I was just like, I mean, obviously your ass got good hair if you can go and just get 2 touch-ups a year. Because I mean, like I told you last week, my ass can't do that. 8 weeks. Okay.
But I wouldn't even consider my hair good. It's a different texture. Like when you were talking about the numbers, like, which I don't really understand, but like the 1 through 4 and the C and that sort of thing. It's just like my number is just different. But like that wouldn't categorize that, okay, because your number is this number and yours might be higher, that it's good versus bad. Like, and I used to feel that way, like, oh, okay, oh, the little Puerto Rican girl over there, oh, her hair, she got good hair. Oh, me, yeah, I got this little nappy joint when it get wet. Yeah, I got bad hair. But it's like, as an adult, I'm just like, it's all a matter of preference. Because, honey, it's some women whose hair is nice and thick and looking like a lion's mane, and honey, that is good hair to me. And then you got some people whose hair is straight, slinky, and stringy, and to me, it's bad hair because it looks a fucking mess. So it's all a matter of your opinion and your preference. Like, I don't think there's like a good versus bad hair to me anymore.
Okay.
My opinion.
And I get that. But when you're a little girl and you're looking around at what the beauty standard is, you feel differently. I know that I did personally, as someone who wore their natural hair for years, because my mom was not trying to let me get that perm. You know, I'm looking at my hair, and it's not even just, you know, the beauty standard in America. It's also in your home when your mom is combing your hair. She's the snappy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, that's why I have to be very aware of what I'm saying when I'm doing Amar's hair. Like I was saying last week, I put it on me like I can't do hair, so I'm frustrated.
And maybe that's why I feel the way I feel about my hair, that I got a perm slapped in my head since a young age, and she was like, I can't handle this. Like, you know, maybe subconsciously it's giving me a negative, you know, view on like my natural hair ain't shit, because niggas can't handle that shit. I mean, not that I feel that way now. Well, yeah, I guess I do, because I don't want to go to my natural state. But that's deep.
Have you looked at on Google and did the little search for beautiful women, and then did another one for ugly women?
No.
I know that was a big thing a couple years ago.
No. So I can only imagine. Go ahead. I can only imagine.
So when you go and you Google beautiful women and you click on images, you see women like Scarlett Johansson and Blake Lively. I don't know how to say her name, but the girl from Quantico.
Oh, yeah, she's everything.
Yeah, you see Charlize Theron. Like, you get where I'm coming from.
Right. Well, at least they had one kind of brown girl. Yeah, not all the way brown. But
Beyonce's on like the 10th row. But, I mean, right now I've scrolled and I've seen 4. So,
right.
When you Google ugly women, Leslie Jones is in that category.
Yikes.
And I mean, the people they have here as ugly women actually have deformities. So the fact that Leslie Jones, and I'm not laughing at Leslie Jones, I'm laughing at just
the audacity.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill is in this list. Yeah,
I think Lauryn Hill is pretty.
T-Pain is on this list
for ugly women.
Yeah.
The shade.
Yeah. So, I mean, who was this? This is the chick. She was, I can't remember what her name was, but she was on Being Mary Jane. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Going back to that standard of beauty, it's kind of hard to, I don't know. It's frustrating for me. I'm trying not to be on my militant shit.
But I think that's also, and we can't change what society puts out there, but I think it would kind of, us as parents, especially mothers, to just reinforce, like you said, how you kind of are cognizant on what you say when you're referring to like looks or, I mean, hair or whatever, just like, you know, not like, oh my God, like this shit is annoying, like, or something like that, to, you know, kind of put it on yourself, like, you know, I wish I was better equipped to know how to do this, or, you know, I need to learn how to do X, Y, and Z, and just kind of uplift our daughters to not make them feel like they have to look a certain kind of way. Like when my daughter was like, Mommy, I want my hair straight down like yours. And I'm just like, no, like your hair is lit. Like, I wish I had your hair. Like, I think your hair is pretty. Like, you should keep it like that. You know, kind of just showing them that they're beautiful the way they are. They don't have to change anything, like, regardless of what they see. And I know that sounds so kumbaya and like it's easier said than done. But I think a lot of times if we just plant those little seeds, like hopefully it'll, whenever they have like any little tinges of doubt or anything, they'll kind of remember like, nah, my mom said I'm lit, so fuck that shit. Like I'm cute. So
I did find what I was looking for. So the Army did ban cornrows.
Oh, they did?
In 2014.
Oh, that's recent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This should be cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they banned it in 2014. Cornrows, locks, all that. They specifically said that they were matted and they looked unkept. Obviously that didn't last long. A lot of people,
I know niggas was in a fucking uproar. All them black
yeah.
people in the military probably lost their shit.
Yep, March 2014, the U.S. Army issued a new policy that banned traditional black hairstyles, including cornrows, twists, and dreadlocks. The regulations even describe these styles as unkept and matted.
I like, well, you know what? We about to stop enrolling in your fucking military. Then I bet you change that shit. Then how about that?
Yes. So then that leads me to Maya and Deanna Cook. Two at the time. This was just last year. Two 15-year-old twins. They went to a charter school in Massachusetts, and they got individuals, and they were banned from going to prom because
whoa. What?
Yeah, because they were banned from prom as well as attending school, like all school activities, because their hair did not fall in line with the school's policies. That include they were in track, they couldn't go to track, couldn't go to prom, none of that.
That pisses me off because why the fuck does a school have a fucking policy on how you should look? It's one thing to have uniforms where you're like, all right, you're wearing these khakis and this damn collar shirt or like, you know, that sort of thing. But what the entire fuck does your hair have to do with you not being able to participate in stuff in school? Like, it's shit like that. Like, you can't, are you serious? Like, that's crazy to me.
So just some, I want to read some of the something from their policy. The policy prohibits.
This is the school that
yes.
they went to. Okay.
It prohibits drastic or unnatural hair colors or styles, and hairstyles that could be distracting to other students. That's one point, and I don't know what that means. Then it says it prohibits shaved lines or shaved sides as examples of drastic or unnatural hairstyles, and hair more than 2 inches in thickness or height. So that falls in line with like black boys. You know, they like.
I was just about to say, like the little bush and like their sides of their hair are shaved, like the little. I don't know what they call them now, but the little temper taper, whatever they call them now, I don't know. But like, what the hell?
Yeah. So obviously the school got back. You know, they got the backlash,
and so
they decided to suspend portions of their dress code for the rest of last school year. In retaliation. But the fact that a school in 2017 still had those kinds of policies,
yeah, that's hella wild,
crazy.
Bro. Like they literally missed out on their prom because they had freaking individuals in their damn hair. Like that's crazy to me.
Like it's crazy that they basically had to get like these organizations involved because honestly the policy sounds like it's targeted towards a certain group.
Exactly, especially 2 inches in thickness and blah. Come on, bro, you're doing the most. Like just say y'all black kids can't go.
I mean,
just that's what it's boiling down to.
So I want to open the door to the relaxed versus natural debate really quickly. I don't know if this is true or not. I have heard it, but basically, people have argued, that we will basically do whatever to fit into these beauty standards. So one of the arguments is that relaxers are potentially hazardous for us, like those chemicals that we put in our hair that could cause cancer. I actually did go and I didn't watch all of Good Hair, the documentary we were talking about from Chris Rock last week, but I did watch a little bit of it, and I remember once I started watching it, like they were talking about relaxers are called cream and crack. One of the reasons is because crack is addicting. but they say it's not. Well, crack is not good for you. They say relax. I don't want y'all to confuse.
Crack is straight.
Crack
That's
is
what the
black.
Chatty Pattys said.
No, crack is black. Word to Whitney. But relaxers, they say that it could be damaging for us, and so we will go to. Some will say that we will go to the extreme just to fit in. So I know last week you were asking me a lot about how I felt being natural, but I want to know like how you feel, especially now when a lot of women are like pro natural. Does anybody ever look at you and try to pressure you into like being natural? Does anybody look at you funny like you ain't down because you got that creamy crack popping?
Well, I can agree that it can stem from fitting in because like when I was talking about like the little historical facts, like that's when we kind of started trying to smooth our hair out with the straightening combs and different type of oil treatments or whatever. Madam CJ Walker got us with the press and curl to fit into society. So like I can agree that that's the reason like we're going above and beyond to like fit in or whatever, and like that's kind of where it stems from. As far as me personally, speaking on me, like I don't try to fit into anything. Like I'm literally such a plain Jane, and I'm just. It sounds bad. I'm just lazy, and I've always been a tomboy. Like so, I'm just not that chick that's going to spend a lot of time on my looks, and so for me, it's easier to just relax my hair because it's times where I literally don't have to wrap my hair and I could just wake up, brush it in the morning and I'm good. Or I could, if I have the energy to wrap it and, comb it down in the morning, it's just easier for my routine. At this point, I don't think it's necessarily like a self-hate thing where I'm trying to fit into what the beauty standards are and, oh, straight hair is like lit. Like that's not it for me. But I have had a lot of people that tried to talk me into going natural, especially when I was pregnant, when I had gone without getting a perm for so long. And then a lot of people like, well, if you're only getting 2 a year anyway, like you shouldn't just get it anyway. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. At the end of the day, it's still my personal preference, and whether you pressure me to get a perm or pressure me to be natural, like it's still my choice and my preference. But yeah, I've had a lot of people even try to use the whole good hair thing. Well, your hair is good. Like it'll look nice natural. That's fine in your opinion, but what I feel like dealing with and what I know I can handle in my schedule with having a husband, a full-time job, 2 kids, I'm not also going to add in a bigger routine for my hair that I know that I wouldn't be able to maintain. And there are some people, it's a lot of people that even close to me with natural hair, and it's beautiful. Like they do like all the twist outs, all the like little styles, but I just personally don't have the energy and the care to put that effort in that I know being natural. And some people are like, oh, natural isn't a lot of work. Bullshit. It is. I have friends, and even if you want to take out the products and like how you were saying last week, if you just do the research and you can find your product so you don't have to do it the money wise, I know how my hair was looking when I was pregnant. And it's going to take work to make it look where I'm comfortable and what I feel like looking like, if that makes sense. But yeah, at this point, to sum all of that rant up, I don't think it's for me getting perms to fit in. It's just better for me wise, like managing my hair and my whole beauty routine, if you want to call it a beauty routine.
Have you ever been asked if someone could touch your hair?
No, but I've had people touch my hair without asking.
Oh, what did you do?
I kind of looked at them like they was crazy and was like, what? And I've had people ask me, was my hair real?
Yeah.
All the time. Like I used to, it was crazy. It was like a point in high school where I actually was lying to people, telling them that my hair was fake. Like, cause I just got. So even our own people can be ignorant at times, and a lot of people think just because I'm black, like you can't have longer hair naturally. Like, so I was just like, I'm an asshole. I've been an asshole since a kid. So people like, is that your hair? And I'm like, no. They're like, for real? I'm like, no, it's weed. They're like, but it lays so. And back then, like, weaves wasn't what they are now, so they wasn't laying flat back in the 90s. Like, Or at least for the people that didn't have the money for it, the weaves wasn't laying flat. So I was just like, no, it's not. They was like, it look real good. It looks so natural. I'm like, thank you, appreciate that. And like people that have known me since elementary school, like, are you really listening to this bitch? Like that is her damn hair. But our own people sometimes can just make you be like, girl, please. But yeah, I've been asked, is my hair real? What you mix with? All type of stuff. Like I mix with a perm, dark and lovely,
So
and coconut oil.
yeah, I mean that's one of those things that's frustrating too. Like as if we can't grow this kind of hair out of our own heads. Like
Exactly.
it's
Black
fucking
women
hair.
whose locks is down to their ass and it comes out of their scalp. It's not an extension, even though we have faux locks now.
Oh
Like
God, I hate
black
those.
women can grow their damn hair. Like is this why is it this stigma that black women's hair doesn't grow? Like no, our hair can grow. And it does.
I just want to say that if you ask me to touch my hair, I'm cussing you the fuck out. I
Mm.
don't care if you black, white, Asian. I don't care. Don't. I'm not a fucking pet at a zoo. Like it's
Yeah, we're
fucking
definitely not in a
hair.
damn museum. Like I've never been asked, but like I've definitely had people just touch my hair, and I was just like, oh, for word, that's what we doing.
Like it's
Your hair's
one
so
thing
beautiful.
if like I saw you like when you had braids this summer. If I went up and like, yes, bitch, and I touch your hair, you know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
but we
Like,
are close. I'm talking about like full out strangers.
right.
Like I might have said hello to you. Like I've had an older black woman break her hair through my hair. Like I had just came from the damn salon and was like probably in a store or something. I don't remember. She was like, "Oh, your hair is so nice," and like really raked her finger through my curls. Like, what if I wanted my curl to stay the same way it was? Now you didn't break out my damn curl. So I'm just like, man, like, what the fuck is up with personal space these days that you just walking up to me? But I wasn't rude because I respect my elders. But I was just like, man, your
Yeah.
hair's so beautiful. I wanted to be like, Auntie, please stop.
So 2 years ago in Trumpville, California,
Dog, I'm so glad you out of there. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, I sat with this woman who I didn't know if she was trying my patience or she really was just fucking dumb. Because this lady would ask me the most offensive shit, or she would make these offhanded ass comments. So
You said she worked with you, or you just
we,
ran into her?
well, no, we shared an office.
Oh, okay. Your office name.
Yeah, so one day I come in the office and she starts talking about this girl that helps her with her horses on her ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I think she's trying to get locks or something. She hasn't washed her hair in like 3 weeks.
Bitch,
So
what?
I turned around and I
Was she
looked
saying
at
to
her.
you, or she was just saying out loud? Like, who was she
She
talking
was
to?
telling me the story about the girl who didn't
Oh,
wash
she
her
was.
hair for three
Oh, she was
weeks.
telling you. Oh, bitch.
But I think she was telling me like, so you can relate. So I turned around and I was like,
Mm.
what? And she was like, yeah, such and such. She hasn't washed her hair in like 3 weeks. So it's getting kind of like stringy and clumping together. So I don't know if she's trying to get locks or what, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's what you do.
So
And I was
she's equating locks to dirty hair, pretty much.
exactly. So I kept it very cute out there because it was such a small town and they were very, very racist. I don't give a fuck. Um, but that day I had time.
Yeah.
I had all the time.
Let
I
me
gave
educate
her
you,
a
Susie.
whole ass lesson on locks. Like, I don't know what y'all have to do to lock y'all hair up, but this shit gets washed on the reg. I don't
Right.
know nothing about nothing. And the thing is, I do know I have a friend
Mm-hmm.
who did not wash his hair when he was starting his locks. And I used to tell him all the time, that's fucking nasty.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. It's gonna start smelling after a while. All that built up oil and dirt and sweat. It's gonna stink.
some people used to think if, and I mean, it's still true when you're starting off with your locks, you don't want to manipulate them too much. You don't want to do too much moving, especially depending on the kind of hair you have.
Right.
That nigga got 4C hair. His
It's
hair
going
wasn't
along.
gonna, it was, yes, he was good.
You're good, my G. You're good.
But even just that, I was like, I know when I was starting, because I was like, oh, I don't want to mess up my locks. I would put on like a fishnet, like a tight fishnet stocking thing,
Uh-huh.
and I would shampoo my hair that way. so that like the soap and stuff could get in there, but
and it's still cleaning your scalp. You know what I mean?
Yes. But I don't know what this lady was on. She asked me if I was voting for fucking Ben Carson when that nigga was talking about he was running for president, and I was like, why?
It's just little comments like that. You just like, bitch, either you really trying me or you hella ignorant, like hella ignorant. It's like I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and be like, maybe this is coming from a place of ignorance, especially since that place was so small and they were so racist. You joking but serious, you probably were like a zoo animal to them. They have probably never been so close to a real ass black woman that's natural and gonna tell it how it is. They probably just like, wow, like look at her. Like I just want to ask her all the questions. I want to touch her head. Like I need to know everything.
Like, she used to try me every day. This was the same one, no lies. She came in the office one day and she was just like, I had to poop so bad and all the stalls were used, so I had to poop in the stall where the toilet gets stopped up, and so my poop was just floating at the top. And like,
I was like, why the fuck would I want to know this?
7:00 in the whole ass morning.
You oversharing ass joint.
Eating breakfast, and she came in, did not say hi. Like legit started
talking
off
about
with just
her turds in the toilet.
And
like,
I was
man,
like, I don't even talk to my family about their
the in depth
like poops. This.
I don't like it.
Jesus Christ. Damn, I just lost my train of thought. I feel like Joe Budden.
Shit.
I was right there.
Talking about the lady at your desk trying you every day.
She was a hot ass mess. Yeah. Damn, it's gonna.
You're gonna catch it when we go to the next point.
So while I'm here, because maybe it'll kick in, but Zendaya, when she wore the faux locks at some awards show back in 2015. I remember they did like the Fashion Police show. I think they still do that. I'm not sure. But comments were made about how basically her hair smells like weed.
True. Yeah. Because she has locks and it must smell like weed. She must be hanging with the Jamaicans.
The crazy thing is, so I hear stuff like that all the time. Like when I was dating that one guy, when I wanted to lock my hair, and he was saying he would prefer me to just keep my hair the way it was. Yeah. He said as well, like, you know, girls that have dreads, they just look dingier. So
that's so ignorant. That's not true.
But it's not. I'm just putting it out there because it's not just, you know.
It's just not non-blacks.
And I caught my point. See how we talk through that Zendaya thing? Black women and working out and hair.
Lord, I want to test it. I had to shake my head and everything. Look, baby.
So what you do? What's your process?
I don't work out. Fuck you mean? What's my process? Nobody sweating out my goddamn purse. You got me fucked up. It's like, nah, but for real, like, it is stressful because I know it's even worse for natural women. Like, let me breathe. It is really stressful to go and have a, like, first of all, my hair is in a tight bun. Like, nothing is out. We're not having no hair on my neck. It's not going to be straight down. It's not going to be half up, half down. It's going to be in a tight bun, preferably a higher bun so it does not touch my neck. So therefore, and if I can, I usually put, like, I had like 2 or 3 like little headbands, like a hot pink one, a black one, and a blue one to match my workout clothes. And I would try to put those on my edges to keep those laid down because I'm not going to wear scarves to the gym. I can't.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, I don't like going out of the house with scarves on. Like, I don't know. Like, my mom used to be, and this is another thing growing up, like, my mom gave no friggity fucks about who the fuck saw her in her rollers and her goddamn scarf. We would go to 7-Eleven to play her numbers, and she would have a whole fucking thing of rollers, and it used to piss me the fuck off. She would just be like, I just rolled up my hair, and I'm not taking out all my rollers just to go to the store and come back. I'm like, well, you definitely should have went to the store before you rolled your hair up. Like, I knew you was going to roll your hair up, so, like, what the fuck? So, I don't know, subconsciously, maybe I'm just like, I don't want to be Mama Dice, so maybe I need to, like, yeah, but I'm not really going out the house, with no damn scarf on.
Well, I mean, you don't have to go out the house, but when you get to the gym or wherever you're going to go, you don't put a scarf on, girl?
No, headband.
Girl,
Like I
I
had
on a
you
headband.
know, like the old school
Everything.
Tupac joints. I've worn that before, but just around my edges. But I've never like wrapped up my whole hair. Like I'll put my hair up in a bun, and then like mainly I just want to make sure that my edges are laying down, because the more you sweat and that moisture and the humidity, no. So it is a struggle. I actually saw years ago that what's her name? What's her name? What's her name? The one that's married to Boris Kojo. Is her name like
Nicole
Nicole?
Irie Parker.
Yes, or her pretty self. She came out with a actual like line of different things for black hair for working out, because she's really into working out and stuff, obviously. But like she has different products, and it's like different scarves and like I don't want to say bonnets, but it's like a kind of like a cap that is breathable, but you can still like wrap your hair and like lay it down type thing. I never bought one because back then I wasn't working out either. So I'm just like, oh, that's lit. That's a nice idea. But yeah, for me, it's a struggle because like off the like, let me rephrase, listeners. It's not a struggle because I don't work out, but when I was going to the gym and trying to work out, like it's like you for me, like I would low key sometimes hold back because I'm like, don't want to sweat too much, but a blessing, thank you God, because He knows I'm lazy. I am not a big sweater. So it takes a lot for me to like profusely sweat. So even when I have a hard workout, like when I used to do Zumba with me in the base, like I would glisten. And I'm not trying to be funny, I swear. Like I'm really not one of those sweaters that's going to sweat through like a whole shirt.
I sweat.
And I'm not. Like I might have like the between boob sweat, under boob sweat, but like I'm not going to be dripping sweat from my face. Like I literally would have to be like running miles in the desert, which that would never happen. So like yeah, I'm just
Even when I was smaller, I would sweat. So like for me, and this has been with every cycle, I guess, transition of my hair, whatever the case may be, when it was relaxed, when it was just natural and out, now with locks, I have on like 2 to 3 things on my head. Like I got something to hold down my edges, and then because I don't like when my locks like kind of get in the way. I don't even want the ponytail like this in a ponytail to get in the way. So I'll put down like the little headband, Velcro piece around my edges. Then I'll take the scarf and tie up the ponytail piece. If
so
my
that's
hair
not hanging
isn't
down.
if my hair is in curls, I'm wearing a bonnet to the gym, and I dare somebody to judge me because I need my curls to pop. And would you rather I stay fat or for these curls to, you know? Samesies when I was natural and relaxed. Like I don't care. I actually went to Wingstop a few weeks ago with rollers in my head though, because I was gonna be under the dryer for a couple of hours and I got hungry. It actually was like out of the blue. I got hungry. There was nothing in the house, and it was just like, oh.
Mara don't be caring. She don't say nothing.
She was asleep. So CPS don't come get me, but
yeah. I mean,
I definitely went out.
Oh, and for our non-Black listeners, edges are very important to African American women. So I know we have talked about edges a lot. It is very important to us, and it's near and dear to our souls and our hair. And our edges are exactly what it is, the edges of our hairline, where some have baby hair and some just where your hair starts, because not everybody has baby hair. But yeah, edges, black edges matter. Oh, we need to coin that. Black edges matter.
I think that hair matters to all women, though. Like,
yeah, all cultures.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
like it's like a huge thing on movies. So, have you ever seen The Craft?
Yeah.
With the witches.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Marsha was talking that shit, and then the black witch put the little hex on her, and then her motherfucking hair started falling out?
Mad shit.
It humbled her ass, okay? That hair.
It's serious. Like, definitely hair is important when it comes to beauty, to any race, any culture. It's just, what is your ideal of beauty? What do you think is beautiful?
You know, in the Bible, they talk about
quoting the Bible. Look at us growing out here. Just baby. Illumination. You did say that. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They even talk about like a woman's hair is her crown. I bring this up only because these niggas, when I was out here dating and single, you know, a lot of men like to put their opinions on you about what you want to do with your hair. and I had cut my hair because it was damaged and I had to cut it. Mm-hmm. And someone actually tried to hit me with the Bible scripture. That's really how I know about this particular scripture, because he was just like, that's your crown, and in the Bible it talks about, long hair. A woman is supposed to have long hair while a man is supposed to have short hair. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm sure Jesus don't want me to have no edges just to have long hair for you. So I'm going to have to. No, for real, my hair was damaged. But then it was like, you know how people do. They like to pick and choose what they want to pick and choose out that book.
They will pick the scripture that's convenient to their current situation. But that's a whole nother topic. Mm-hmm. That's a word.
But they talk about that. And then, he even talked about the whole, like, men shouldn't be out here with hair because it's emasculating. Like, he was a hotep quoting the Bible. Ain't that something? But yeah,
the contradiction.
So I mean, I wouldn't say, to me, my hair is, I don't know if I would look at it like it's my crown, but it's my hard work that's paying off. Cause
I can't say
not healthy.
that
unhealthy.
My hair, if it is not to my liking, it definitely would affect my mood and how I feel, like, as far as confidence wise. Like, if I need my hair done, I'm looking like, or at least I'm feeling like I'm looking like a bum. But when it's washed and it gets blown out and it's like laid, I'm literally feeling like a brand new woman. And I could have on the same damn work outfit or the same damn outfit on the weekend that I had when my hair wasn't laid, and I would feel like more sitting a little bit straight. I think the same with men when they get their haircuts. When men need a little shape up versus when they straight.
Be putting his Drake.
Child, look, you can't tell my husband. You cannot tell my husband nothing when he comes from the barbershop. Look, I can't. He be in this thing. He turned light skin instantly when he get a haircut.
Beards are like a huge thing for the men these days. It's not just their haircut anymore. They got to get that beard cut a certain way.
And they have like certain like different butters and rituals to keep it soft, and like it's like a whole thing. Like literally, like they're taking care of their beards like as if Black women are taking care of the hair on their scalp. Like literally, they're in this thing.
So I'm not mad at that, because I mean, you've been married for forever now. Mm-hmm. I have only been married for 3 years, so I was out here. And
shut up.
When you're getting certain services and someone's beard is
rough,
I'm saying you wish they had some beard butter. Okay,
look, where's your beard butter, baby? BBB, right. Beard butter, baby.
I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Beard butter matters. We can get all this shit on a t-shirt.
Hashtag beard butter matters. We about to come out with some teas and some nail year, and y'all gonna support us because we're gonna have all the lit slogans on our stuff. You just watch.
Like getting scratched up. I'm sorry, that ain't cute.
No, not at all.
So go ahead, y'all fellas, keep getting that moisturizer, okay?
Go ahead, get it nice and washed, shampoo, conditioner, and beard butter it for the moisturizer.
Okay. You got anything for tea time?
Anything for tea time? What happened this week?
I mean, you talking about K. Michelle.
I mean, I know you're already wrong with her. Like,
I mean, she's funny though.
Yeah, I watched the Uncensored on, what does that come on? Not BET. That's not BET. TV1. Okay, I know it's a Black station. So, yeah, like I knew that K. Michelle kind of went through a lot of stuff, but it was a lot of stuff she talked about that, honey, I did not know that she went through. Like, I knew the Myth Hits thing, like when she was dating him and like the alleged abuse, like because he beat the shit out of her. But I did not know, and you got to watch it. I know you don't like her or care for her, but you got to watch it because it's how she talked about it. But basically, she said that, and I quote, R. Kelly saved her.
Who?
Robert Kelly.
No.
she said that. So apparently, like, he was like a mentor to her, and she said that he pretty much taught her everything that she knew about being an artist when it came to writing, and like he helped her in that aspect. But then she also was throwing in some stuff that made my eyebrows raise, because she was just like, she felt trapped in that house.
In the R. Kelly house?
Man.
I mean,
and then
join the club.
But then she went on to say that she would never be the one to bring a man down, or I'm paraphrasing that part, but that's basically what she is. Like, it's not in her to like bash a man or bring him down, but what she will say is, she said, parents, watch your children and keep them close. I said, what the fuck was she going? Like, was she a part of the damn sex slaves in R. Kelly's house? And she's like sending SOS signals to let us know. I said, look, this is some tea that I did not know about K. Michelle. I swear. Listen, I was sitting there with my eyebrows up like, what the entire fuck? So she went from myth hits to R. Kelly?
As far as Robert is concerned, so my cousin, the one I was saying that I have hair envy, she's from Chicago. Like, my grandmother, her side of the family, they're all from Chicago. And my cousin literally had a whole thread with her and her friends about how when they were in high school, she's older. So I think my cousin just turned 40. So in the 90s, in the early 90s, whatever, when she was in high school, all of her friends talked about how Robert used to come and hang around their school and try to pick them up. This shit ain't new.
Like, I mean, but it's not new, because like, look at his patterns. He's always, besides did he marry her, Andrea?
Yeah,
Drea?
He did.
Besides Drea, when has he dated somebody that was in his age range?
Not ever.
Right. So it's like, this is his pattern. Like, we should not even be shocked. But I was just shocked because I didn't know K. Michelle. I don't recall, not that I follow her or her interviews and stuff like that. I'm not a stan of K. Michelle. But I don't think I've ever remember her on all the Love and Hip Hop ever mentioning anything about R. Kelly.
Oh, no. I remember her mentioning, like, him being involved in
her career.
In her career in some way. I never
because
heard
she
her
mentioned that she was signed to Memphis Hits, and then when they got in a relationship against the labels, like, once, long story short, when the relationship got real volatile or whatever, they split up, and the label was trying to figure out what to do with her, and R. Kelly stepped in and was like, look, me and her are cool, like, I mentor her, I understand her creative process, let me take over her project. And pretty much he got her out of that situation with being under Memphis.
Right.
And that's why she was like, he saved me. But it's just like, those words, R. Kelly saved me, and then in the same breath and interview, you're like,
hide your kids, hide your wives.
I felt trapped in the house. Like, why?
So is R. Kelly canceled for you?
R. Kelly canceled as far as what, like, am I not listening to Chocolate Factory no more?
I mean,
because it definitely came up in the Apple suggested albums, and I hit play. So
R. Kelly's not canceled.
I mean, like, I'm not fucking with him. Like, I'm not about to go to the R. Kelly concert and be like, oh, he is like everything. But like, I still listen to his music. I mean, I still listen to Kanye music.
Okay,
and
so
he
that's
out
where
here
I was going.
Cooning and buffooning.
That's where I was headed. So Kanye's not canceled?
I still listen to his music. But like I said, I'm not that I was going to Kanye concerts anyway, but yeah, I'll listen to your music. I mean, I'm paying for this streaming anyway. Like, fuck it. Yeah.
Kanye gotta get the fuck out of here.
I know how you feel about him.
Listen, I've been off of the Kanye train for a while.
Even before this shit. Yeah. Like, even before the Trump shit, you was not fucking with him.
Right. So I'm just like, to see everybody just act so confused. It's like, what? Y'all didn't see this? Because
he been acting crazy, and I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm not making excuses. Kanye has not been right since his mom passed. Like, I don't know if he didn't deal with it properly. Now he got the Kardashians over him, so he's really in a sunken place. I don't know, but he's not been the same since his mother passed. He don't have, I don't know what his aunts and cousins are doing, or maybe he's just staying away. Maybe it's not them. He's just being distant, even though I was watching the interview with Chance the Rapper, and he was like saying that, did you watch that? What Chance and
I listened to it.
I'll watch it on YouTube. And for some reason, okay, I'm not getting into that. That's a whole other topic. But anyway, and he was saying how he's getting a place in Chicago, and he's not going to be leaving, and all this other stuff. And for 1 second, like a millisecond, not even a whole second, I had hope that, like, okay, maybe if he's putting himself around like these real people, they're going to slap some fucking sense into him and be like, look, you're fucking up, like X, Y, Z, like. Yeah, and no. And then right afterwards, he has this White House thing, which this is a whole nother topic. Again, we probably have to discuss it on another episode or offline or whatever. Like, I actually saw this really interesting post where it was like a Hotep guy that was like looking into the whole shenanigans of Kanye, but from like a different perspective. And it made a lot of sense. But I was like, he could be trolling. So, like, I don't know. But, like, in a nutshell, I'm trying to figure out how I can wrap this up really, really quickly. In a nutshell, they was like, how they was saying that Kanye was trolling, and then it was like, no, he's just ignorant. Basically, they said that there were a lot of clips in that interview at the White House that was cut out, of stuff that he was saying, and basically he said that Kanye pretty much trolled them because he was quoting a lot of stuff from the book Art of War, and basically, to get power, you got to bring your enemies closer and like bring their defenses down, blah, blah. In a nutshell, they said a lot of stuff that Kanye was saying, even though he was shucking and jiving with, oh, you make me feel like a superhero. There was a lot of stuff that he was saying in front of people that he would have never had the chance to say, dealing with some stuff that Black people were dealing with on that platform, with all the media watching in the damn White House, if he wouldn't have had the antics that he had. So they was like, yeah, he looking like some shit, but he's playing chess and not checkers. Like, I'm really summing it up really, really basic right now, but it kind of went deeper into it. And I was like, that's an interesting perspective. But like, at the optics, you looking like a coon and a buffoon out this joint. Like, so I pray that it's a deeper meaning, but right now it don't seem like it. It seems like you're just in a sunken place and you just like out here like being embarrassing. Like, T.I. wasn't with his shit. He had this long ass post and I was like with it, and he summed it up real good. He's just like, look, nigga, I'm done. Like, I've tried to wait and see what the bigger picture was. He's like, I jumped the gun with the whole Lil Wayne thing, so I tried to sit back and see, and nah, nigga, I'm done. Like, yeah.
Before this year, Kanye was canceled. Like, I'm not fucking with his new music, but I still rock with his old music. Kanye is canceled all the way around. I'm good off him. I don't believe none of that. I feel like whoever the fuck wrote whatever the fuck is a Kanye fan. And
I'm gonna have to tag you in it. I'm gonna find it.
Like, don't tag me, and I ain't
well, just so you can read the different perspective.
I'm not gonna read it.
God,
I'm good.
Well, listeners, email me if you want to hear it, and I can tag y'all in that shit.
Because I'm good, love, and joy. I don't want to read about the Kardashians. I don't want to read about Kanye West. It's a couple of people I got on my list of just like, if Trey I see that name, oh God, what's that?
Listeners, you gonna know. Please don't bring up Trey Songz around Shay.
That made me itchy.
Okay, look. This has been episode. I was playing.
So let's wrap this thing on up.
Yep, that's all I have.
Anything bad you want to release from the last week?
Let's release my son's bad attitude. Let's release that. Listeners, if you have any suggestions on how to get a almost 2-year-old together,
let them live their life. Terrible twos.
He's not 2 yet.
He's about to be. He's practicing. He's pre-gaming.
He's pre-gaming for 2s. He's definitely pre-gaming for 2s and already lit off the pre-game.
Yes.
This man at football Sunday, my best friend's mother-in-law was there, and my almost 2-year-old son was mugging her. He raised his hand like he was going to hit her, and she was just like, "I don't know what I did to you, but why are you trying to abuse me?" Like, making it real cute. Then he tried to throw a toy truck at her. Then he went to another kid, and the kid tried to take a toy from him, and he literally tried to spit on him. So And then today, as I said early in the podcast, I dropped my son off at my parents' house so that I can get a moment to get myself together. My mom definitely called me and told me she had to gather my son because he also had tried to spit on my mother. So I need suggestions because this is my first son and this boy is running me crazy and he hasn't even hit 2 yet. So yes, I'm trying to release his bad attitude and how much stress it is bringing upon me. The end. That's what I'm releasing this week. My son.
I'm releasing procrastination and the lack of motivation that I have. I do well on most things for 2 or 3 days, and then the rest of the week I'm just like, oh, Monday. So I want to release that. Like I got me a little personal trainer so that I could be held accountable. And, she is into holistic methods, which falls right on in line with the shit that I be on. She's also vegan, so she's going to help me with, like, vegan recipes that not just I like, but my family likes.
It makes it a lot easier when, like, everybody's on board.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you don't have to cook 2 dinners or, like, get them something else, and then you kind of be tempted to be like, fuck it, I'm going to just eat the Chipotle.
Yeah, it's discouraging when you come home after working all day and then you cook something for your family out of love and they don't even want it because it's vegan.
So what kind of cheese is this?
Yeah.
It just sucks.
So, I just want to release that.
That's what's up.
What's something good that you want to happen in the next week, or do you got some goals?
So I want to bring in weight loss and pounds leaving my body. I actually went and bought a whole rack of vegetables and healthy food, and I did my meal prep for the week.
Me too.
So I am already lined up to do better. Let's just hope I don't say fuck it one of those days and go eat out. But I am going to try to have the self-control to eat what I bought and stick to it. And hopefully I'll have some pounds leaving my body the next time I talk to you guys. I am still not entering the gym yet. Baby steps, people. Baby steps. I was just talking about my edges and motivation. So once I figure that out, then maybe we'll add the gym. But yeah.
I want a baby. So JT, when you get home
after this weekend.
Yes. I've been saying I wanted a baby, but like
this weekend was really like, oh my God, holding this newborn.
Cause it was like riding a bike. Like I saw him and I was just like holding him like, oh, this is what, Mara's 11, but like, I was just like, babies, like, this is what we do. We feed them every couple hours. We change them. I don't know.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send my son with you, and I guarantee you'll change your mind because you might not get.
No, I already said that would not work because I don't think that he's bad. I think
you don't think he's bad because you get to leave.
I don't think he's bad because I think he's 1 and he's about to turn 2. Like,
okay, did Mara act like that when she was 1 or 2? Because Kylie didn't.
No, not like that. But she.
I
feel
not like that.
No, because my father has even said the same thing. Like, raising boys and girls are different, and so the boys start off a little rough around the edges, but they kind of mellow out, while the girls start off mellow, but then they start getting sassy and shit as they get older. So I just kind of look at it like he's a boy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. So, anywho, JT, when you get home, I just want to, I've been saying this like every episode since you've been gone. I want to hump, and I do want to hump for the fun.
As soon as this man gets home, she's going to cue, bust it down, bust it down.
But I want a baby, so, like, I got ovulation sticks. And
now she asking for you to shoot up the club, JT. Jesus. All right.
Yes. So that's the good energy that I'm putting out in the world. I feel like me holding Caden gave me baby juice. And then all I need is JT's juice. And then...
I'm about to throw up.
And then we can make babies.
All right, so this is episode 11.
JT juice.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Hashtag JT juice. That's disgusting. All right.
Yum.
Yep. All right. Episode 11, Hair Tingz Part 2. We thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, The Chatty Pattys, and go to our website, www.thechattypattys.com. Hit us up on email if you can tell me how to tame my child, or if you have any suggestions or feedback, let us know. We've began a lot of DMs and hitting us up that we're doing an awesome job, and we thank you for the feedback. We love you guys for listening to us every week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.